All for one.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another edition of All for One TV's podcast, or switch it around, whichever. You guys already know what it is. We are going to wrap up this part 3 of the top 10, the GOAT. We're going to jump right into it. Should Biggie be in the top 10 of all time? And the answer is, we don't know yet.
Also, I'm Papa Willie.
Oh my God.
God bless all y'all.
Catastrophe Cruz.
And I'm Barry Hogue, your host, owner of Manifest Records. Now we're going to get into this. Because I've been waiting.
It is part 3. It's on.
Yeah.
So I say no.
And
He shouldn't be.
You know what it boils down to?
What?
Who are you guys going to put in here? Because you guys say no, right? I'm saying yes. Who do you guys think should be in here?
Well,
Other than
now I'm like in between. Because I went through, I listened to all his albums all the way through. And like...
The posthumous ones?
I'm not gonna lie, for an album that came out in 1994, and yes, I had to listen to the remastered version because I wasn't listening to that old quality. It wasn't bad. His first album wasn't that great of a project, as in terms of making a good album. Like the songs individually may have been good, but just the way the album came out wasn't well produced. The second album, Life After Death, I ain't gonna lie, that album was fire. Like it was.
You lost Will.
You know,
it was a good album. He was a good rapper.
He is lyrically. The dude can be lyrically insane when he wants to. Though when he had the locks on one of his songs, I forgot which song it was.
I love the dough or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know, Kiss murdered him on that track.
It's Kiss, man. Come on,
I'm just saying, though. You know, you got to remember, people like when they talk about.
Kiss is on the list, though. To be fair,
yeah.
But there's better rappers out there than Big.
You know,
yeah.
lyrically, yes, there are.
Not many more.
J.Cole's better.
Not many more influential than Big.
Influential, no. I will give.
There are influential artists. It's just nobody's looking at them, and they're influential in a different way. Because Lupe Fiasco, for instance, more lyrical, better flow.
Nowhere near more.
He's not as influential.
Whoa. In a different respect. Environmentally, he's better.
I'm not talking about environmentally. I'm talking about hip hop.
Can I finish my piece?
All right, go ahead.
Can I finish my piece?
Go ahead.
As a role model, he's a better role model, and he comes from the streets as well. Is he not?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he has those kinds of impacts on other artists as well. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Tyler, the Creator, can sit down with him and feel something different to where I shouldn't be out here, you know, jumping off cars and all this other wild stuff that some of these drugged up rappers be doing.
I don't know. Lupe is one of my favorite rappers, but influence-wise, I would have to say Chance the Rapper has more influence than he does.
I'm not saying that Chance doesn't,
Chance
but I'm saying Lupe.
Yeah, but he's doing a lot of good. He's doing a lot of good for the community.
Crazy.
Like
He is, but he's pretty garbage.
No,
his
he's
music's
not.
like straight.
You just don't like things with deep meanings.
I love things with deep meaning. I don't like things that's like puppets dancing. That's how his music. Who said that? Was it Charlamagne? His music sound, man. His music sound like. It just doesn't sound good, man. He's not that good of a rapper.
I haven't listened to Chance the Rapper like that. I just know he has a lot of influence, but it's not necessarily due to his music, though.
Nate, what's your favorite Chance the Rapper song?
I don't have a favorite Chance.
So you're defending. Oh, you were defending. Actually.
No. I said Chance the Rapper is more influential.
But you just said he had deep
Lupe.
meaning, though. You said.
I said you just don't like that.
Because I like Chance the Rapper. So Chance the Rapper is the only rapper with deep meaning.
No, absolutely not. Royce is a rapper like that, and you know, J.Cole's definitely a rapper like that. But you called him boring.
I said his delivery was kind of boring. Or he has no replay value.
Yeah, he has no replay. He doesn't. Like,
I just feel like y'all say that, but I love listening to Cole over and over.
Do you know how many things y'all say that we don't agree with?
I'm sorry. There's you can go to 100 different, and I like Cole, but if you go to 1,000 people, they will tell you they probably listen to his album
So
maybe twice.
I'm vouching for Lupe because what I looked at when I looked at our old videos, we were talking about selling records and blah, blah, blah. And that actually wasn't a part of our criteria that we listed out. I don't even know why we put that in there.
Well, commercialism was supposed to be a part of it.
We should get that out of the window because there's plenty of rappers out here who are amazing, phenomenal rappers.
But if they don't have commercialism, because commercialism does go with a sense of impact, though.
It goes with impact and catalog. Yeah, it does.
It's part of it.
Impact is in the. I feel like it's in the eye of the beholder. Like there's some artists out here who have stopped people from committing suicide with some of their songs.
You're digging too deep into it. Impact is like my mom, who doesn't know nothing about hip hop, knows who Tupac is, or my grandma. Well, not my grandma, but people who never listen to the genre of music have heard of these guys. That's impact because they're notorious.
Their impact is so great. I do get what you're saying though. Like what you're talking about is more like personal impact.
Yeah, y'all are talking about popularity, whereas I'm talking about doing good for people. I'm talking about
the fact that if you want to talk about
you got to remember we're talking about the impact on hip hop. The impact, like Lupe has had impact on hip hop,
right?
In the sense that like until Lupe came around, don't get me wrong, you had Black Thought, you had Common, you had stuff like that. Rappers like Lupe.
He put smart rap on a different
path. He made it cool to be a smart rapper.
Absolutely.
So yes, he does have an impact.
Like Logic wouldn't be around if it weren't for Lupe, because Logic wouldn't have known, okay, this is acceptable.
And there's a lot of rappers who are like that even though they were doing intellectual rap, they just didn't have the impact.
J.Cole wouldn't have turned to a smart rapper if, you know what I'm saying? If guys like Lupe Fiasco didn't exist.
And the thing is, Lupe, and then we'll get back on topic, but Lupe was relatable because also he wasn't afraid to be like, yo, I like skateboarding, I like anime, I like manga, and all that.
He created it differently.
But as for Biggie, I can't lie, his impact is way greater though, because whenever you say, yo, who's the greatest of all time in hip hop, everybody on planet Earth pretty much says Pac and Biggie.
Do you still have that list?
Well, of the criteria?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes.
Because his lyricism, alright, because you could say Lupe's lyricism is way, way broader than Biggie's lyricism.
Yeah, it is, but Biggie is still a great lyricist.
He is still a great lyricist. I'm just saying, where you're throwing impact in it, I could throw lyricism in it.
All Lupe has lyrical ability. He don't have anything else on here.
What else?
Versatility, impact, catalog, style, presentation. So Biggie has.
He doesn't have versatility.
Biggie has all these. He has all of them.
Right.
So and listen, it's just kind of, I don't know, man. Biggie, he's one half of the greatest rap beef of all time. He's your favorite rapper.
He's one half of the greatest.
Yeah, Tupac and Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie.
You thought Biggie won that?
No, he's half.
I said he's one half. So I probably worded
I thought you said he won.
No. He's half of the. You know what I'm saying? He's half of the greatest rapper. Whatever.
Okay.
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like people just be saying that, but that's just me.
No, it's true.
It is true though. Like most of them.
I feel like people just be saying that because that's a popular thing to say.
Well, no. Like the new generation.
Like everybody has the same mind.
It's not about having the same mind. It's about all the accolades that Biggie has put forth in the rap game. That why he's up here.
All the accolades?
Yeah.
He does.
He had a short life. He didn't have that much accolades.
It doesn't matter. He still wasn't the pillar of rap when he was alive. And almost 20 years after his death, we're still talking about
dudes when they first started.
Who like Biggie?
Gorilla Zoe was,
Wait.
Bro, you come from left field.
Let me just get this out. Gorilla Zoe was projected to be the next Biggie, right? And he flopped like a year after.
I guarantee you,
who
most people you talk
I don't
to
know
never even
whoever said that.
You can read that in magazines from way back when I forgot the year that
Gorilla Zoe.
I'm not saying that he was. I'm just saying he was projected to be that big.
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm
wrote that?
already tired.
Rick Ross was also projected to be that big.
But Rick Ross did get that big.
He's not Biggie big. No one ever puts him in a box of
he's
greatest
not. He
rapper
didn't do
of
what
all
Biggie
time.
did. He never did what Biggie did. I explained this before in what, part one, whatever part it was. Biggie came, New York was like, you know, no one was really messing with New York. West Coast had it. All the best artists were coming from West Coast. Biggie came, the whole city on his back. Biggie brought life back into New York City. Biggie made a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? Again, Pac, Biggie waged a coastal beef. No rappers have done that since then. And obviously it ended, you know, terribly. But it's still, you know, it immortalized both of them. It's just the impact. You will still see, and I don't know if you think it's a point, but, you know, 20 whatever years later, you'll still see dudes with freaking Biggie Small shirts. You'll still see, there's a reason that, you know, that famous picture with Biggie Smalls and, you know, the crown on him.
Yeah,
there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying?
They never take the crown away from him.
It's an overstatement. In my opinion.
It's not your opinion. I mean, like I said, you know, this is the general top 10 we're doing here. My personal top 10 would not be this one. Some of the guys might be on it, but
I have to say it like this. In the terms of Biggie, like I said, I sat down and listened to his material. You know.
And we can talk about his artistry.
Well, yeah. Like when it came down to it, lyrically, like even though like Kiss may have like murdered the song better than he did, like what you call it, like kicking the door. Like I'm not gonna lie, that like dudes today, you know, wouldn't have the bars that he has. You know, and I'm talking about top tier lyricists. There's a lot of
Kendrick would murder him on that song.
No. There's a difference between.
Kendrick does mad different beats,
but that's too much of a New York old sounding gritty beat.
Also, there's the difference in the bars because for a diss track, I don't think Cole can come with bars to diss someone. I don't think Kendrick can.
I don't think he can actually.
I think he can. He's been challenging dudes for mad long.
But that's just
I feel like he's already written out his disses towards mad rapper, and he said it in a song. Come at me.
Well, he did it.
Come at me, and nobody's
in the control verse.
Yeah, he ripped everybody apart.
Well, he didn't really rip them apart. He was kind of inviting them to come at him. He didn't really personally.
Yeah, I would have to actually.
He ripped people apart so much that people who wasn't even a part of that list felt disrespect. Like Pat Poose felt disrespected for not being on the list. Joel Ortiz.
Well, they felt disrespected because at the end he said, well, there's a few reasons, but he said, you know, he's the king of New York. So all the New York lyricists are like, yo, what are you saying?
Yeah.
But he outright them. They tried to come back.
If you listen to those songs, they came back just as hard. It's just they're not as popular. Joel Ortiz came back just as hard.
Joel Ortiz.
Yeah, I don't know about Pat.
It's just that Joel Ortiz is not as popular and doesn't have the following Kendrick has. So a lot of people are like, oh, who's this guy? But in reality, he came back real hard. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, just that. But that's the difference. On a track when it comes down to just spitting bars. Kendrick can get really deep with his bars and he can make it complex and everything.
He can get really deep and chop somebody's head off.
Yeah, I'm saying we've never seen him do that.
Yeah, that's like we've seen Cole do it.
No.
We've seen Cole do it.
You've seen him do it in the song with Cole and Kendrick.
No, but that wasn't a diss.
He chopped his head off.
That wasn't a diss.
Oh, you're talking about like having
regardless, if you see that in just a song with them together,
we're
you
talking
can
about
see that in a diss track.
No, but you're talking about having a better verse of someone on a song. He's talking about like dissing someone.
That person,
he has all potential to
he has the potential. Listen, I have seen lyrical geniuses fail at making diss tracks.
Yeah,
like they're very different. Like even me, I can rap. I you know whatever. If you told me to make a diss track, I would fail at it miserably. I'm not good at making diss tracks.
That's a whole different game, man.
Well, also you gotta have sort of that kind of heart where you're just like, I hate everybody.
Not even. But
you gotta have that kind of heart.
But this comes back to my point. When it came down to kicking the door, right? Biggie was not only getting at everybody. He made it. He did what Nicki Minaj tried to do when she was coming back at Remy Ma. She tried to make a song and make it catchy and stuff like that. When Kicking the Door came out, everybody was singing that song. Everybody knew the hook. They knew the lyrics. It was just
The hook wasn't like that complex.
Not just that.
But they still knew it.
Not just that. Biggie, a guy who died, almost 2 decades ago, still has songs that will come on in like a club or a party. You'll hear "Hypnotize" come on. Everybody's talking like Big Papa will come on. Everybody like,
I feel you, but let's move on to my next. Well, don't you have a candidate?
Listen, you gotta come up with someone who you think should be on here over Big. That's what it boils down to.
Whoa! When's the last time someone's ever like dropped a beat and then Biggie just comes on? And I've never heard that at a party.
What are you talking about?
That someone just throwing Biggie songs back on. No, I haven't heard that recently.
Where have you been, my friend? Because that happens all the time.
I guess I'm not in the places where you go, but all the places that I go, they're not playing.
I know, for example,
You heard me.
I say it like this. There was this one individual I used to know. I'm not gonna go into it because my wife will kill me. What you call it? What you call it? This individual went down south for college. Mm-hmm. They would play no, New York rappers. The only rapper they would play is Biggie, and they gave him a whole hour.
That's ridiculous.
Because he has.
Yeah, like I said, when it comes down,
you have a personal thing. It's so obvious you just don't like Biggie, so you don't want.
It's not that.
That's
why
fine.
would I dislike someone who's?
Because you're not giving him. You're giving him literally no credit for anything right now. Everything.
I said he's a look at past podcasts. I've said that he's a pioneer in the game. Just because the first car worked really well doesn't mean that we have to use it, or the first airplane for that matter.
Well,
I mean, he was good for his time, but it doesn't translate to.
He has timeless music, or else what we just said, it wouldn't be played in clubs and parties.
That's the one thing I said. Like I said, I didn't like his first album. I didn't like it. He had his mainstream songs were good from his first album, but the whole album itself, I don't think it was structured well. I don't think it was a good album. Now,
so one album makes you greatest of all time.
No, but that's his opinion. That album was made almost 30 years ago. In its time, that album came out.
That's what I'm saying.
It took everyone by storm.
It's not
obviously not you, but he was just like not impressed. Not impressed.
But Pun's album came out, and I was just like, wow.
Listen, in my opinion, Pun doesn't get the credit he deserves.
I feel like that.
But at the same time,
but he's not greatest of all time because his life got cut short as well.
Well, but he didn't pioneer anything.
He didn't make the.
Yes, he did. He was the first Puerto Rican to ever win a Grammy.
No, he paved the way for Latin rappers.
Yeah, he did. I have to say it like that. Let me take it back like that.
He was playing,
I have to say it like that. Let me take it back like that.
He was putting bachata beats on and rapping over those. Come on, don't even evaluate.
No. But the thing is,
great.
he started it. But if you really look at it, Fat Joe was the one that actually did the pioneering.
No, Fat Joe was doing it before him, but Pun came in and did it better than Fat Joe.
But then Fat Joe, all right. But the thing is, even if Pun didn't die, I seen Pun going. Pun was declining because he didn't have the business sense. He didn't have the business sense.
Joe was behind him. No, but they didn't know each other growing up.
No, I know, but once he had Fat Joe, he didn't need to have Fat Joe.
Absolutely, that was the battery.
But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like Fat Joe took over everything, and he pioneered. Just like, for example, for the first album, Biggie needed
give Lupe a Fat Joe. Give him a Fat or someone like
Lupe can't write a song.
Yeah, but
Big Pun actually
Fat Joe can.
Well,
before Fat Joe.
Oh yeah, he could. You're right.
They were writing about all this satanic stuff and. No, dead serious. Check back, way back.
I know all Pun's material. What's satanic stuff you talking about?
Him, Cuban Link, and all them Terror Squad. They were a thing back then, and all they would write was some real dark music.
Well,
it wasn't marketable.
No. They were very street gritty music. Yeah,
right. But
satanic though.
But Joe, that's.
You mean it's not something else? It's like straight up devil worshiping.
They used to write some wild stuff. Weird fact checks. I forgot the actual song.
Tears horns off his head.
Nah, they.
Come on, man.
All right,
fun, right?
but anyways, let's bring it back.
But like I'm saying, when it comes down to Biggie, because this is why I'm torn. Biggie does have. I still don't think Biggie really had the versatility.
Yeah,
but let me explain it like this. Let me explain it like this.
Well, you
When we speak of versatility when Biggie was alive, from 1985 to 2000, Biggie, you could say Biggie had versatility.
Yeah.
But from
you're saying today's standards, he would.
But he doesn't have
versatility.
Well, yeah, no,
but at the same time, we don't know if
fair because guys like M, like way
he's
after.
still alive though. That's not fair. And if Big was alive, he probably could have branched out. But back then,
But that's my whole argument. We can't say that he's the greatest of all time when we don't know if he'd be better than Eminem today.
Oh my God, man. While he was alive, everything he did was solid, man. You keep saying like, just because someone died, you know it makes no sense. You want to say just because.
But we're playing Russian roulette with it.
No, because you want to say
with 2 albums.
You want to say just because he died, like he shouldn't be on here. Yet you were ready and willing to put Snoop Dogg, who's been alive, that's still alive, had one good album, and he should still be on here, but he just sucked after. But because he's still alive, he should be on here. How does that make sense? He didn't suck.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
When he was on death row, he was ill. I thought that he was ill way past. You know, everybody was just sleeping on him because he rapped the for shizzle my jizzle.
You know, he lacked a lot of things. Biggie had.
He was just getting older at that point and ran out of stuff to rap about.
For Biggie's era, he was mad versatile. He had the club hits, he had the love songs, he had the street stuff, he had all that. He could tell a story. He could literally do everything a rapper.
I'm going crazy.
But it's true. I'm going crazy. I'm still fighting for Big to be on one of the top 10.
Well,
listen, tell me. Listen,
and you want to know why? Because Busta Rhymes is better. That's my next candidate.
Busta Rhymes is not better. And you know what? We can compare. Listen, you want to do this?
Busta Rhymes had different flows. He could chop it up differently.
Busta Rhymes always had the fast flow. That's like the main flow he did, the fast flow.
No. I feel like after a while, that's what he was known for. But when he was first coming out, man,
did you have a good album? What's a good album he got?
I can't say that he had a good full
album. If you don't have
album.
one good album, you cannot even be on his damn list.
Well,
that's just a fact.
But all I'm saying is he was better than Biggie in my opinion.
All right, I respect your opinion, and I'm not going to refute that because Busta was lyrical.
I can't say that he's had a good full album that I've enjoyed, but
I'm not being honest. I ain't gonna front. If you didn't bring up Busta wouldn't have even popped in my head, man.
Wow.
Listen.
No, I'm not saying that he's not one of.
He's good. He's really good.
But if I had to pick someone over Biggie, it would have to be. I'm
just throwing names out there because I'm adamant about not putting him in.
All right, but you have to give me someone who should be on over him then. Instead of just keep saying Biggie shouldn't be on here. Then who should
I'm
be on
trying.
Okay, so Busta Rhymes out of here. He ain't on here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll someone else.
With that.
Who should be on
here? I'm not gonna lie. I would have to say, and
there's someone I'm thinking of, but I'm just not gonna name him because I don't want you guys to know.
I would have to say Rakim.
Rakim is a pioneer, but he. Well, you say at least.
No. You talk.
Rakim was a pioneer. He actually formed the whole. If it wasn't for Rakim, there would be no Jay-Z or
there wouldn't be lyrical rappers
today. Either. Yeah, and he kind of formed the New York gritty type sound.
Don't forget, Big L was a wordsmith and
Big L was my favorite rapper.
Yeah, Big L. I
love Big
L.
I'm
just saying.
He was the man. Big L was more lyrical than Biggie. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what you call it?
Rakim, I can't put on here. He had no catalog. He got no versatility. He got no.
He doesn't. But
if you know hip hop, you know Rakim. But a lot of people
like the thing. But that's the same thing. Like Rakim definitely does have the impact. He doesn't have.
His name doesn't ring bells over in Russia though. You know what I'm saying?
Who, Rakim?
Rakim, no. Compared to Biggie,
I would imagine not,
man.
Not compared to Biggie,
Rakim
but his name is
also more lyrical than Biggie.
Yeah, I feel that.
Rakim was more lyrical than Biggie.
Everybody.
Biggie had everything else over.
Here's the thing.
Well,
my whole
thing
is.
It depends.
My whole thing is Biggie's like that bridge that you pass, and once you can get through that bridge by paying the toll of rapping better than Big, then
it's like someone put it to me. I forget who it was. They were like, Biggie was a rapper, Big Pun was a lyricist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to.
And he could freestyle. I do like
Biggie was a lyrical rapper. But the thing is, The only thing that's wrong with that analogy is because there's so many different bridges and routes and roads. Because okay, so I got better than Biggie songwriting wise, but that doesn't mean I was better than Biggie lyrically.
Yeah.
You know, there's too many different.
It's a lot better.
Well, there's a lot of better lyricists and a lot of better songwriters.
Exactly, but the one thing I do have to
Like,
give Biggie on this, he
Busta
has
Rhymes
the
has
total
more
package.
To me, I'm not arguing. I think you're 100% right in that. There's a lot of better rappers than Biggie. There's a lot of better songwriters than Biggie. I think what's holding him here is his impact, man. His impact is crazy.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I feel that. And like I said, the popular thing to do is just put him in the upper echelon.
Dude,
I saw where you're coming from, but at the same time,
Well, I gotta say it like this. You know,
this is my water bottle here.
I have to say it like this. You know, for the simple fact, and whether it's the popular thing to do or not, you know, and this is why I'm undecided. If you go to China, you listen to rap? Yeah. Who's your favorite rapper? Pac, Biggie. They might not know anybody else, but they will know.
Like Pac, Biggie, and Drake.
Probably Drake too.
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
But yeah, probably.
And
Well, yeah, don't know Eminem. Yeah. Damn. But at the same time, you know, like right now, you know, I came to this podcast without picking a rapper, just so I can hear both your arguments, so I can form an opinion.
Wow, so you haven't.
I haven't picked
I'm
any
just
because
gonna say,
I want
I'm just gonna say, Kanye West. Should Kanye West be
Nope.
in this over? Oh, you think no?
Absolutely not.
Nah.
Nope.
Oh no. Okay, all right, cool.
He doesn't write his own raps, and you hear that all over Sci-Hi the Prince's album. You hear,
that's true.
you hear nothing but Kanye
even though
flow.
he had
And,
listen, Kanye is far from one of my favorite artists, but he did have like really.
He did have
He
some
great
classic
albums. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some of my favorite albums of all time.
But that just
And
goes.
he's definitely. Well, let's look at the criteria. I want to be fair, all right? Lyrical
Diamonds is one of my
lyrical
favorite
abilities
songs,
out of here.
Yeah.
Impact, versatility, catalog, style, presentation. He got all those.
If he wrote all his songs himself, lyrical ability, he washes mad heads.
That'd be
Mad
better than
heads.
him.
If that
I
were
think he
him.
might have wrote some of it.
Yeah, but you got to remember, a person who gets credit doesn't always, like for example, Sci-Hi the Prince might have gave Kanye his flow. That doesn't mean that he wrote everything that he had. Or
Well, when you look at credits, it'll say co-wrote. He was a co-writer.
yeah, but you get co-writing abilities on credits if you write just one line.
Right. True that.
Yeah, as long as you write one complete sentence, you get
Well, I
you get
guarantee
credit
all
for it.
Kanye's like toughest bars were side.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it though, and you feel it.
Yeah.
It could just be because they're from the same, same hood.
Well, it depends too, because if the three of us start making music for mad long, eventually our bars or our structure or cadence or delivery might start
like
sounding
Redman and Meth started to kind of like they would play off each other very well.
Yeah.
Their styles mesh really well.
I think Redman was more lyrical than Meth, though. Like, do you even have this discussion before?
Yeah.
Meth has a good flow though.
No, he does, but Redman was.
Redman, he could rip mics.
Yeah. But overall, after listening to both of the arguments.
Wait. Something else in.
Alright, sorry. So
This ain't over.
So you guys said Kanye should have been. Who should be over Big? Because you got
Royce the 5'9".
Listen again. I love Royce the 5'9". One of my
Royce
favorite
is
rappers ever.
He doesn't have the
Lyrically,
impact,
he
though.
rips Big apart, but you can't put him on here, man.
He doesn't have the impact that.
You don't got
Biggie
the impact.
had.
You don't got the versatility.
So y'all are just going by one category. Y'all ain't going by
not even
lyricism,
because he has more versatility.
songwriting.
He has
more versatility.
He's a better
not a
storyteller.
Who? Nah,
He's
Biggie
a
has
great
stories,
storyteller.
bro. Biggie got stories. What are you
Oh
talking
my
about?
God.
Somebody's got to die. I got a story to
Once
tell.
I listened to the Book of Ryan like you told me to.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of the greatest albums I had
That's a
ever
great album.
heard in my life.
I have to say, I might actually buy that album just because
man,
I
this is
love that album.
our
Listen to
top 10.
Listen, yeah, but that makes sense. I'm not gonna just
Royce
top
makes
10 would be so
sense.
different.
When he went against D12 all by himself, I thought
crapped on
D12.
D12.
Yes, all by himself. He was a one-man army.
but D12 isn't really a threat.
Eminem's a threat.
Nah, but he wasn't dissing Eminem though.
Yes, he was.
He made it very clear.
He made a diss track against Eminem.
No. He made it very clear. He said, "I'm not talking to Eminem. I'm not talking to Proof," because those were the only two guys that would have opposed a threat to him. But he said, "I'm not talking to either of them."
I mean, they all suck.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We gotta edit more. You know?
Yeah, man.
Well, just do some random sound effect. You know? But yeah, man, I love Royce. I really do. But I can't put him on.
Royce is great. All right, what do you say?
Well, all right.
Because I feel like without
hold on.
I think maybe
without him, Slaughterhouse is mediocre at best.
Come on, man. And they got crap on three great lyricists because Royce not in it.
Yes, because his songwriting ability.
I gotta give you that.
Joe's great and all.
Joe can't write a song.
Joe can't. I love Joe Budden. Joe Budden is my favorite rapper.
Listen. Joe is an awesome storyteller. Like I've heard a lot of Joe's stuff, and Joe will just keep going on and on.
Right.
And on.
He'll do 60 some odd bars if you let him. He'll do 70 bars.
You know, and he's a great storyteller and all that. But like you said, Royce is a better I'll give you that. He has better writing ability than Biggie.
Right.
He's the
Lyricism.
most technical lyricist ever.
And business wise, like he's one of the smartest guys in the group.
Well, yeah, but also, you know, he was working with Eminem and stuff like that.
Well, I'm not saying the whole time.
No, I'm not saying that
because of Royce, Slaughterhouse got recognized by Eminem,
and I know that. I'm not saying that Shady,
but you can't say Eminem.
So much so that he did Bad Meets Evil 2 with Royce, and he didn't do any other projects with the other guys.
Oh well. None of those guys could have probably.
Yeah, none of them can.
Whoa, you saying Joel Ortiz can't rap with M?
He probably could, but
like
Royce and M complement each other very well. Their styles bounce off
Royce
each
is
other
way more lyrical than
Joel.
And Royce is most lyrical.
Yeah, Royce can.
What it is.
You know,
Royce is amazing. He raps on par with one of the greatest of all time.
Who's that?
In some songs, he was better than M.
I think Royce is one of the most lyrical of all time.
So what are we talking about?
But
so what are we talking about? I'm just saying.
Because he got the other things.
He raps with the best of them.
He does rap with the best of them.
He has his own style. He doesn't copy nobody.
But in the same way, I gotta play devil's advocate. Biggie was doing the same thing.
Versatility too. I'll let you.
He does have more versatility than Biggie.
As of recently, no, he does. As of recently, his last album was more versatile. Before that, though, nah. Royce's old stuff is not versatile, bro.
Woo!
Royce's old stuff, bro. Even Royce said it. His old stuff was just bars, and he talked about his wiener, his gun, and being nice at rapping. That's like all he's talking about.
I can't front.
That's all he's talking. He even said that.
I was just like, come on, bro.
But now he's mad versatile. But for the first like 10 years of his career, he really wasn't versatile at all.
He was though.
He was not.
He was
at the same
lyrical.
time, I do describe Royce as you can hear the progression. Over time, he got better like fine wine.
But exactly, but and this is where a lot of the fans is gonna, you know, just people in general, they're gonna argue this.
If you're gonna come at our necks for talking about Royce this much, do your research on Royce.
But I'm saying, but what's gonna happen is, like Damien was saying, you know, Biggie only had to do 2 albums. This is me playing devil's advocate. Biggie put out 2 albums where Royce had to spend. No. Listen, just listen.
I know you did.
Listen. Like you said, Royce had 10 years. You know, where Biggie had he died in 97? So Biggie had 3 years. And he did what Royce did in 3, where Royce had 10.
Royce been rapping since the 90s, bro. We're in 2018. He's just now. People are like, oh, this guy's nice.
Now, don't get me wrong. And again, now I'm going to switch the other side. Just because it took you longer to get there. He's mad hot right now.
So hot. Because Royce is a better rapper.
He's a better rapper.
No,
what are we talking about?
He's not a more influential rapper. He's not a more selling rapper. He's not. That's the point I'm making here.
This might have to be a part 4.
Nah, it's 602, bro.
Nah, I can't come to a decision. It's gonna have to.
Listen,
y'all gonna have to come up with something.
Man, come on.
Because the thing is, if we can't pick someone else,
Royce is better.
Bro, he's more lyrical,
Royce
but
is
he
a
does
better
not
rapper.
He is, but he does not have more impact or more versatility, more catalog.
He has more versatility. Stop.
No, he does not.
The only
No, he
thing
does
that
not.
he lacks is impact.
well, he has more
Compared
versatility
to-
just on this one album.
But
No, he's
Somewhere
not.
on Lock, right?
And-
He's rapping with Fab and Jada.
That's
Jada.
just
He
bars.
out-rapped them in that
Yeah,
song.
but that's just-
Nah, he didn't out-rap Jadakiss.
Yes, he did.
Nah,
He did.
I think he did too.
I
I think
wanna-
he did too. He did, but
He did.
Yeah, he did. But
He
that.
out-raps.
But he was in his pocket in that
Look at
song.
me.
That was just spitting bars.
I'm hot.
He out-raps. When he was in his pocket in that song, that was just spitting bars. I'm hot.
Yo,
I'm
listen,
sweating.
the point I'm making is that, again, before you go crazy, let me just say this. Royce the 5'9"
I'm
is...
already going crazy.
Alright, before you go more crazy, Royce is by far the superior lyricist than Biggie.
Right.
By far. But outside of that, anything that Royce can do, Biggie has done and more. Meaning, tell stories, rap about the streets, spit bars. And
Royce
then...
has done it better, though.
Okay, no, but yes, to us he has, but his songs are not, selling, and they're not... Oh, everyone knows Biggie. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know Royce is still. It's just true.
It
know.
is true,
How
though.
do they not know when Bad Meets Evil came out with Eminem?
Bro,
the
you know-
biggest
But
mega
hold
star
on.
of all time.
Hold on. From a business perspective,
Right,
from
right.
me being in a record label, just because you feature someone that's bigger doesn't mean you, the lower artist, will get recognized. Because everybody's going to listen. Bad Meets Evil. Everybody wants to listen to that because of Eminem.
I
That's
get
all
it,
they
but
want.
then they learned about Royce. How
They
could you
learned,
not-
but on that, they learned about Royce on that album. Doesn't mean that they went and started listening to him though.
Here's the thing,
they
again,
should've.
held the sequel, right?
He's so
Yo,
tight.
that held the
'Cause
sequel.
he's so great.
Yo, he is great. And that held the sequel, I knocked that heavily when it came out. That Bad Meets Evil album, I was knocking that all the time.
Right.
But, I've asked people and they'll be like, they came out with an album together? Like, people don't even know. I'm like, yo,
That's so stupid.
It
How
is
can they
stupid,
miss
man.
that?
But
Because the thing is,
Then they're not a real hip hop.
no,
band.
no, but
A lot of
I'm
people
gonna tell,
aren't.
I'm gonna tell you why, and this is the only reason why Biggie is still revered as the great, because even though Royce is a better rapper and a better, he is a better songwriter, and and as of this album, The Book of Rhyme, he has more versatility. The reason why Biggie trumps him
And greater songs. on
Finish,
every
damn it,
track.
let him
I'm so sorry.
The
I'm so
reason
sorry.
why Biggie is still on top is because he had, even though Royce is better in those areas, Biggie made it relatable.
He
Royce
made-
makes it relatable.
No, he doesn't.
What?
No, he doesn't.
Are you
Because
serious?
you know why? You know why? Because when you listen to Biggie, like when you listen to Royce, you understand that's Royce's experience. When you listen to Biggie, like think about it, it was all a dream. Everybody knows that line because they all know in their head. It's like, yo,
I never
remember-
used to read Word Up
And if I gotta be
magazines.
honest,
but most.
Sega.
But at the
Nintendo,
same
Sega
time,
Genesis.
when everybody was coming up, everybody from the hood, they remember we came from the hood. I remember when my dad bought me Sega Genesis and everything. Even he was knocking Biggie and saying, he was like,
Bro,
I
but
never
Royce
thought
This is not a popularity contest.
No.
This is the greatest rappers of
But that's
all
what I'm-
time.
but that's
a
what I'm
lot goes
saying.
into being the greatest rapper, unfortunately, than just rapping.
When it
The
comes-
problem is Royce. I don't know if he burned a bridge in the past, so I can't. I was gonna say that, but I can't say that. Now I don't know who's worse.
Also, let me be devil's advocate for a second, right? Because again, I'm gonna say this for people that don't know, and this is my opinion. Royce the 5'9" raps better than J.Cole and Kendrick. I'm
Right.
telling you that right,
Right.
now.
Right.
A lot of people are like, what?
And we put
No, but
Kendrick
he
on
does,
the list.
right?
That's just
But right,
Because I'm
So,
ready to say
hold on,
Kendrick
hold on,
on
hold
if
on.
we're not putting Royce
Roy,
on.
right? So Royce, to me, way more technical lyrics than both those guys.
Right.
But those guys are more successful than Royce, both of them. So, and really, I can't put Royce on here, and now you put those guys if it comes down to it. And I'm not a big fan of J. Cole like that, but J. Cole, I think all his albums went platinum.
I feel like if the fight between D12 and Eminem and Royce and all that stuff didn't happen, he'd be farther along. It's hard to say because
that just showed me that he can crap on rappers.
Yeah.
Man,
Well,
I mean,
I have to say it like this: when you look at Kendrick, right? When you listen to Kendrick, everything about Kendrick is the same thing. That everything that we said about Kendrick is similar. And I can't believe I'm defending Biggie on this, but
this don't make no sense.
No. But listen. I'm doing it from a musical deconstruction point. Everything we said about Kendrick, we got to put in the same light as Biggie. Biggie does. Just let me explain. Right. Just let me explain. Mm-hmm. When Kendrick flows, right? When Kendrick puts out a song, not only does he put out a song where the hood relates, the suburban kids can relate, the parents can relate. Like hip hop, it's all about when hip hop came out. It was about Kendrick.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about Kendrick right now. When hip hop came out, it was about a movement. Like MC means move the crowd. You know, most people who study, but most people say that MC is for move the crowd.
Everything that the
you know what? All right, so I'm just because I don't want to be here all day. So Will's bringing up points that I guess make sense. Even though I think Biggie should be on here, but he's basically saying so much time has passed since Biggie's demise that so much rappers have been able to do more and accomplish more than Biggie when it comes down to it. And hip hop purists are still gonna flame us, but all right, I love Biggie, but I won't put Biggie on the list. Biggie don't go on the list. All right.
I can't believe.
I mean, it's kind of true. I think he should be on here, but I kind of see what Will's saying though. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like it's kind of moved on from him, not disrespectfully.
No.
Stylistically, the sound is different. It's just, and Royce has been able to be a chameleon in this game. That's why my vote is for Royce, because he's been able. I mean, how are you that?
I can't put Royce on the list, man.
Yeah, I can't put Royce on this list. I'm not going to put Biggie on the list, but I can't put Royce either.
Why?
Because Royce has.
We put Jadakiss on the list, who doesn't have that much impact.
But Jadakiss,
he has more impact than Royce.
Yeah, he does. Man.
He has way more impact than Royce.
And Jadakiss has battled with some of the other guys on the list that are greats and defeated him. You know what I'm saying? Like on wax. So that puts him up here.
So is this a part 4?
No, we gotta finish this now. We gotta finish this now.
So then who are we putting?
And there's a reason Pac is undoubtedly on here. Biggie isn't. This is I explained it. Pac is a revolutionary.
We're really not putting Royce, but we're putting Kendrick, and Royce can rap.
I'm not putting Kendrick on here either.
Kendrick's already on
here.
Is he?
He made it on the second video.
Yes, he did.
I remember you put the picture that distinctly said no Kendrick and Cole.
No, it didn't.
No, we didn't. We put Drake on there.
Yeah, Drake went on there.
Oh,
yeah. We said we were gonna put Kendrick on, but you were like, we can only pick one.
Whatever.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, I was wrong. Okay, all right. I'm saying, oh my God, like it's not, like it never happened before. But listen, Royce, in my opinion, Royce deserves to be on there.
He's not.
I can't believe you're making me argue against one of my favorite rappers.
I can't believe you're making me argue for one of your favorite rappers. Nah, he's one of my favorite rappers.
Like I said, I can't. I'm still split between Biggie, but if Biggie's not on the list, I still can't put Royce on the list. You know,
let's talk about Joe Budden.
Nobody nowhere near on this list.
I would put Kendrick on this list. I would put Kendrick on the list before I put Royce.
I get it.
I like Royce way. I'm not even.
We're not talking financial success though.
No,
we're not talking financial success.
Kendrick is
commercial
an overall better artist.
That's not a part of the criteria.
Catalog is part of projects. Yeah, it is.
You know,
Royce has a broader. He doesn't have a broader commercial catalog, but he has a broader catalog. Period.
But what you call it, Kendrick is all right. Versatility. Kendrick is way more versatile than Royce is. Okay, he has Royce has the catalog, but what you call it, Royce doesn't have the impact. Kendrick does. Commercial success, Kendrick does. You know, Kendrick has him beat in almost all the categories.
I can't believe it.
like
Nintendo where they can't find that one card that'll defeat.
Listen, doesn't it go back to two
Pegasus?
to vote?
It's two.
Because
It's 2 over 1.
If we don't go back to that, we're gonna be
Yeah, it's 2 over 1. So
y'all really
all
gonna
right.
just put Kendrick in?
Between
I'm not putting
between
Kendrick. I'm not
between
putting
Biggie, Royce, and Kendrick, who we putting?
Royce.
I'm going.
That's my vote.
I'm going Kendrick.
I have to go big between those three.
What the heck? Alright, so are we gonna let the people in the comment? Nah,
You know what?
if we let the people in the comment,
they gonna pick Biggie.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing
This is
that.
our
Mad at them
list.
people ain't even heard of us.
This is
Alright,
our
yo,
list.
rock paper scissors.
No,
No,
we gotta have credibility, damn it. Come on, we can't do that, man.
We do gotta have
Yeah,
I
but-
know where he's coming from.
Yeah, but
Is this like an unfinished list then?
Nah, man, we gotta finish
we
this.
gotta finish it.
Alright, so
What if we
so
finish
you're
it
saying-
way later?
Oh, who do we?
Nah.
Bring
We
up
gotta
the-
finish it. We gonna finish this right now. Bring up the list real quick.
I don't have it. You have it.
No. I'm saying bring up
Okay. I think
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Royce, man. Royce
Lyrical?
is the most lyrical of the three.
He is the most lyrical out of the three, but all three of them are lyrical. So all three of them have lyrical ability. Next.
No.
you
But,
Hold on. Go ahead. Next.
Okay, lyrical ability, impact, versatility, catalog, style presentation.
Okay, so when it comes to lyrical ability, we can all agree they all have lyrical ability.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes down to impact, Kendrick definitely has the better impact. No.
Biggie.
Biggie. Out of the three, Biggie
Right,
has
right,
the better
right.
impact.
Right.
Okay, so that's
Versatility.
one. So that's 1 point for Biggie.
Okay.
All right,
Royce has
so,
the best versatility.
You know,
so
I'm gonna ask
versatility.
your versatility to Kendrick.
Kendrick. All right, so that's 1 point for Kendrick.
Would you agree?
So they all have 1 point.
Yeah, you said lyrical
No.
ability. Royce has.
And all three of them have.
Oh yeah, they
One
do.
point.
They do.
They all have lyrical
Right.
ability.
Right.
You know, so they all have.
No. Royce has the most.
He's the most lyrical.
He was the
but-
most lyrical, but they all
That is
have.
not-
Stop. Because you can't do
Come on, man.
that.
You
You
making this shit
can't do
about?
that.
What do you
With
mean?
impact, you only give one to one guy.
What are you
Who has
talking
the
about?
highest?
All right, fine. Royce has one.
the highest.
Fine,
They
Royce
all
has
have
one.
1
Come on,
point.
All right, fine.
Don't do
Can I
that.
get a paper?
I'll do it on my computer.
All right, so this is what you're gonna do, right? I'm gonna name. So put Biggie, Kendrick, and Royce.
All right, hold on.
All right, so all right, we're not putting j.cole on here. All right, whatever.
No. J.Cole don't belong on here. Not at all. I'm not
Yeah,
putting
nobody's
J.Cole.
arguing J. As much as I love J. Cole,
All right, hold on.
Royce is
Biggie,
getting up in here.
Royce, and Kendrick. All right.
I was gonna bring up Ludacris, but now that Royce is in the picture,
so lyrical ability, Royce has 1
All
point.
right, so he's saying what Will's saying is if they got him, then down the board, so they should all have 3 for lyrical ability and impact. If Kendrick also has impact, then he should also have a point for impact. Is that what
Oh,
you have to
okay.
no. Royce
who-
should have one for.
Whoever
the
has
most?
the most.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
All right,
fine, so
so
Royce
for-
lyrical ability.
Okay,
So that's 1 point for Royce.
Oh,
Impact
why
for
can't they
Big.
get a freaking top? Impact for Big.
Yeah, because I mean every rapper's on his
Alright.
Beyonce.
Versatility given to Kendrick.
we're giving that to Kendrick. All right, what's the next one?
Catalog.
Royce.
Now, this
Royce.
is kind of gray area
Royce.
because are we talking about who
Royce.
has? Hold on, are we talking about who has more? Because
Yes.
Royce has more, but we're talking
Yes.
about who has more successful.
We should have cleared this up like 2 videos ago.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All right. So we'll.
Because my argument for T.I. was that he had a broader catalog than
Royce has a
Then-
lot. Royce probably has more
Royce-
than those guys put together, but
he does.
Kendrick has more
He has
successful albums.
He has
multiple.
Well, that would go
That
under
was not the
commercialism,
criteria before.
though. That would go under. Well,
But man, just having a lot of songs, because for that matter, I could be like, you know, one of these mumble rappers has mad songs, so he should be on here because he has mad songs.
Yeah, but it has to be good songs.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
as
by
much as-
that logic, then Kendrick got him beat.
yeah.
No. Because I
Because
go to
Royce has some-
SoundCloud and I hear amazing songs compared to your commercial stuff now.
Yeah, I understand that, but
All right,
it's
I'm gonna give it to Royce.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
what's
you.
next?
style,
'Cause I'm a crybaby.
style and presentation. I think that one goes to Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
See, it's a freaking tie. I told you. I knew.
All
I
right,
was gonna
so
I give it to
you should have done what I said.
and then when all right, so Kendrick's off. So Kendrick's off the list. So we got to have a tiebreaker.
It's just Royce versus
Royce versus Biggie. So when it comes down to commercialism, commercialism.
That's what Biggie gets him.
That when it comes down to commercialism, because there's no other category.
No.
There's no other category.
Yeah.
What other
What
category?
Freestyle.
Freestyle,
Mixtapes.
Biggie got that
Royce
too.
can't beat
Because
him in a
Royce has
Well,
that.
actually, Biggie has no mixtapes. He wasn't even around for some of the greatest stuff in hip hop. Like,
But I'm saying,
why are we doing this?
because we're trying to pick, man. And
Royce is a better rapper.
If you had commercial success, Biggie got that. Now,
This is the greatest
I can
of
say
all time
longevity
list.
could come out here, but that ain't fair because Big died.
Yeah, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the tiebreaker? The only other thing,
Rapping is the tiebreaker.
Rapping is better.
Because the category is greatest
but that goes
rapper.
But that goes under lyricism.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so Royce got it. Tiebreaker done.
No, it's not, because we gave him the point for lyricism.
That should be the only thing that matters.
No,
Biggie
it
might be lying,
doesn't.
man, I'm sorry.
Because to be honest, when you really think about it, you can be the greatest rapper on. Eminem is one of the the greatest rapper on earth today. We'll just say that. Just no arguments, whatever. Right? If he never got picked up by Dre or whatever, it didn't matter if he was the greatest rapper.
Yeah.
If nobody knows who he is,
Right.
you know, that goes with
But Biggie-
commercialism.
I mean,
But Biggie and Royce both got picked up by somebody.
who knows where Royce is gonna be in 10 years, though?
That's true, but right now he.
But you hold on. You just said you
Yeah,
can't leave it
yeah,
up.
Here's the thing,
Get the
here's
hell out
the
of
thing with
himself.
Big though. If he would have never died, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
But
about
here's
him.
the same thing. Just like you said, you don't know where Big Royce will be in 10 years. Again, I'm playing both sides.
Right,
With
we won't
Big-
know. We
but
wouldn't know where,
until we get.
Right.
Biggie at the same time has proved that even in the same thing
Like
with
even
Tupac.
MC Hammer was hot at his time.
Yeah, but nobody who brings up
Come
MC
on, man,
Hammer.
like that.
Mad people bring up MC not in the
You
greatest
always come at
rapper
it
of all
over
time.
some random stuff.
No, but he's still on. It doesn't. Hasn't he
still-
made the most money of?
Yeah, he's still
all
the
rappers?
highest rapper selling
I
rapper
think
of
he
all
had,
time.
he had one of
Yeah,
the
like
diamonds.
y'all
Yeah.
throwing disrespect. You
I'm
know
not
what saying?
disrespecting
Yeah,
MC
we put MC
Hammer,
Hammer on here.
but
No, I
at the
feel
same-
you that we're not.
But
Every
I-
time I just bring up a parallel, y'all just assume.
But I'm
like,
just saying,
You're trying to draw attention away from what
when
we're
it
talking
comes
about.
down,
That's all it is.
you know what? It's a tie. Biggie and
Nah,
Royce
you
are both on the
can't do
list.
that. You can't do that.
we got 11
I'm
rappers
tired.
on it.
I'm tired now. I'm
We
tired.
Will, hey, listen, man. It's just got to be big, man.
It's not big though. It's not.
Then who should be here over Biggie and Royce? Over both of them. Who is an artist that should be over both of them? That has everything.
I think we named all of them already.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
We named all of them already, man. Because any other rapper I named would be lacking some of the things that are on this criteria
Right,
list.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Ghostface, but he's
Nah.
lacking impact,
nah, man. Like, Ghostface,
versatility as well.
he just got lyrical ability.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll put a pun on here, right? Pun, let's call it a night.
No, absolutely not. Pun.
Like, actually, I would agree with that. Just because.
Are y'all serious right now? Just put Royce on and call it a day. Cause I ain't giving
Listen,
up. I ain't giving
Because
up.
I truly don't believe Royce should be on here.
Wow. Okay.
You know,
All right.
just like I don't believe Biggie should be on here.
So
I don't
if
believe
it-
Royce should be on here either.
what do you think Kendrick should be?
Really?
I do think Kendrick.
Who in your mind can you come up with that belongs on here?
I just told you, Kendrick.
No, he is wilding.
Nah,
You
not
are
at all.
wilding.
Not at all. Basically, Kendrick took what Biggie did and just
I think
kept it
Kendrick's
moving.
nice. I love his music. I just can't do
Again,
it.
I love Royce way more than Kendrick. It's ain't to me. It ain't
But
in
you don't love
comparison.
him more than Big.
I do.
You do. Then
I'm
what
more-
are we talking
but
about?
I'm being objective here.
But
Stop
that's
being
what I'm
objective.
saying.
This is our list. Stop being objective.
No,
Just
but we're
join
music
my side.
critics. We
you
have
gotta
to be objective.
Yeah, you gotta be, bitch.
Stop being objective. I'm the only one who.
You gotta be more objective. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Like,
Nah.
I'm going with Kendrick. Come on, y'all know Kendrick.
We
Y'all
already
know
threw him
Kendrick.
off the list.
I'm not put Kendrick. I put Kendrick because you're not gonna give me.
What?
Basically,
All right, so Kendrick is on the list.
I think Big should be on here more than Kendrick, but I think Kendrick should be on here more than Royce. I'm sorry, man. I'm
No.
sorry. And I had to rap against, I had to go against Royce. You know, it's one of my favorites.
You know, and like I said, this is no diss against Royce. I
Then we
love the
throwing
book of
Jadakiss
Royce
Royce.
is the best technical lyricist.
You both agreed on Jadakiss.
Nah,
I didn't want to put him
I
on
did
there.
agree
No,
on
he's gotta be on there. He does.
I did,
You know,
yeah.
but all right. So Kendrick is on the list. You know,
I can't believe we did this.
Yo, Biggie didn't make the list. He's still not happy, man.
I can't believe it. I just don't like to lose either. So that's another thing.
I'm just saying. Like I love Royce. Like,
Kendrick, yeah,
but
man.
Kendrick overall, like I said, if anything, Kendrick is Biggie reincarnated.
From the West.
Yeah, like dead serious. Like Kendrick is like the only one I could say that's doing everything Biggie did.
He's still on top. It's been damn near 10 years.
True. If he were to pass away tomorrow,
It'd be no
I
contest.
could
yeah,
definitely.
it would be no contest. And I think they would say that he's better than Big and better than Tupac.
They would never say that.
They-
I definitely think that
Tupac.
they would.
I don't think they'll say that because
Tupac is
Tupac is
immortalized.
like
He's immortalized.
he's like the icon of hip
He was a
hop.
revolutionary. There's so much. Pac is always on this list, all right?
I'm not even arguing about
Damn near
that.
all the other guys on this list can rap better than him too, but he's just on this for his own
and,
reasons.
you know, for whatever, for like I said, I argued him to be off, but like after thinking of it objectively, I even couldn't say nah. You know, the dude sold out a hologram stadium.
Yeah, bro. You see people that probably never listen to a Pac song in their life having a Pac shirt on. Like, they don't even know why they have the shirt on. You know, like.
Can't y'all see I'm being a crybaby right now?
All right, so there you go. That's our top 10. You know, we're gonna put it in the comment to list it out because
Yeah.
I just don't feel like listing them all out.
He's gonna display it. He has to
Yeah. So he'll display it.
He's
you
gonna
know.
sadly display it with a frown on his face.
So all right,
I'm gonna be
guys.
eating like ice cream and cookies while I do it,
So
making myself feel better.
again,
Thank you,
this
guys.
is the All for One podcast on All for One TV. Make sure you subscribe and smash that bell. That way you can get all the notifications and be there. You know, let us know what you think about our top 10.
Your
You know,
opinions.
next time we come through, we're gonna have a new segment for you guys. It's gonna be called the Hip Hop Arena Battle of the MCs, where we take different MCs, we put them together, go through all the facts, and we see who would win in a battle.
Yeah.
I sound like a death battle, but who would win in a battle?
Yeah.
Right.
And most of those
Right
guys
off
are
the
gonna
cuff.
lose.
Yeah.
Now,
You know,
also,
just so I gotta say, most mumble rappers are off that.
No,
are not gonna
it's
be.
MCs.
well, what if we
They're not
do
MCs.
mumble rapper versus mumble rapper?
No,
Nah,
not
we gotta, like,
MCs,
listen
lyricists.
Okay,
Jesus Christ, man.
okay.
No, because some people be like, yo, well, because I ain't gonna front. Meek Mill's is not a lyricist to me.
No, you know,
He's not. He's not.
he couldn't even beat Drake. Come on, man.
That was so-
I like Meek Mill.
A lot of people like Meek Mill, but he
like
is-
his music is gym music for me. I
Yeah,
love
'cause he's yelling
going.
his ass off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you're like, woo.
He's like, hold on, wait a minute.
And I'm like, whoa, what happened? But also happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there.
Even though this will be out after Thanksgiving.
No, well, yes, it will.
Yeah.
Happy Black Friday as well.
You know what?
Happy Merry Christmas.
You know what?
Probably
We'll
right.
see you all next
All
time.
right, give your own
Deuces.
top 10 list.
All right.
All for what, huh?
That was
That's
really
gonna
good.
be like, you're not gonna do it?